Hello, this video is I try to do some research and study about the SWRL, the rules for transferable purpose. This is based on one question I got from my the YouTube channel. I tried to make some the simpler samples in Protege Ontology based on the inputs from the friends who gave this question and the comments. So you can see here this ontology is very simple. Under the thing, there's a student, class, and science as the course or the class. This class is the course. And then they have the four different courses as the subclass and have a lot of the individual. So I put this sample, this ontology file in my GitHub. I try to see whether my understanding is correct or not. And please give your comments when you see this video. I try to see the demo, maybe easier than reply in text email. But this one, I try to summarize what's the understanding. So for this structure of the ontology, first is the class called students. They have the two subclass. One is the course called science. Another is another course called social science. It's the MOOC in my understanding. So the question raiser is try to track the Moodle usage, but the idea is there's some structures within the science. There's also the subclass with the different course. For this science, they have the CDEF different course and more than 2,000 individuals per CDEF. I try to import some sample data. Every course I import 500 individual, and also the user create more than 100 property or data property primarily, and I just create a very mini list called this. One is the gender, is male or female, and the credit, clicks with the random number of the integer, and try to predict the final result for CDEF. And the final result, the rule will be if our credit, I only check credit. If credit more than 60, then or equal to 60, then I give the final result pass. Otherwise, is the fail. Pass means 1, fail means 0. I know is that there will be a lot of other factors, but if we are okay on one simple rule, I hope that can be extended. And then this, the idea is the user mentioned is we expect to manually predict in class C. Then the Protege can do the prediction for class DEF, so which we call this transferable the prediction. So I checked several the sources, compare with the Protege's capabilities. SWRL. SWRL is the rule language. So that is the primary things we should see that. The result is until now is not as my expected way. So but if you have one single individual and you put the value to your single individual based on the certain rules, then you can transfer that to the other rules definitely. But if you have multiple the individuals, because it's for example, individual A got our prediction final result as 1, individual 2 as 0. When we use this class C to predict the class D, then both 1 and 1 and 0 will transfer to all the every individual in class D, same as E and F. So that is the currently I think is the limitation for using the SWRL. Also, is if you check the Google's or some the searching resources, you can see another tool, the language code is SWRL. So that is the SWRL extended with the query language, but that can only give you the query within this rule, the context. It cannot put your query result into the ontology. But what we want is we need to update the data property value into the ontology or into our old file. So that is also our not usable. So I try to give our quick explanation on what I have done. If you check from the rules, you can see whether my understanding is correct or not. First is on this MOOC test RDF file. This is the IRI. And then within the entity, I create the student, science, social science. Then these are the those courses. So I don't need. This T is doesn't need it. But I leave that is just for our testing. So CDF under science, ABG under social science, and then let's come to the individual by class. So within the C, you can see I created science course is from the 1 to 499. So same as the D is to 999. So every these 4 codes I create 500 the different the individuals. So I that is my understanding. You mentioned this. You have more than the 10,000 individuals. So that is similar. Just the bigger scale. Then all these individuals actually I load the random number, so gender, so is just for the some male, some female, and I give random. The study credit is between 0 to 100, and numbers of those click. But I don't use the click as the input of the rule. But then is I try to predict the final result in class C. And then after that is you can see in class D, the final result is 2 data property. That is my also concern is using the SWRL. So what's the SWRL rules? I create several rules here. 2 rules is for C. So if you open that is if we have our individual within class C, and then this individual has our study credit. I use the question mark C. And then here is the SWRL B, so SWRLB. There is a method. We check is whether it's greater than or equal to 60. Actually, here is you can also indicate through the XSD integer to ensure this 60 is our number. Then you can make the comparison. Then if that greater than or equal, then I will forecast or predict these individuals' final result will be 1. Then there's another rule is if that is less than 60. No equal, then is 0. So that is the 2 basic prediction you can use for drive class C. Then if you have the class C, the prediction, so for example, this final result is actually coming from these 2 SWRL rules. Then the transfer rule is working, but that because you have the multiple individual, actually I don't find any better way. So the only way is I can use is I can check is the C. I go to this individual and I check the C's this individual's final results. But this result actually is predict from these two rules. And then this I find this individual and give the same final result to this this individual. But using this way, I got this all the possible results in the final result within class C's individual will be applied to every individual in class D. That is the same to class E, class F. So that I think is from current knowledge I found, or I may have further research if I got more time on SWRL. This is not our the way that we can use. And just for comparison is I create another class as codes, and within codes I just create individual CDF, and then there's another the data property I create is on the course level, not on the student individual level. On course individual level, I gave the result. Then this C, I gave our inputs. So the question is how we can get these inputs data. So I try to see whether there's any expression in Protege can allow us to retrieve this data maybe from the statistic result from this individual under science, under C, so class. But it's not able to find those mathematical way. So for this one, I just simply gave 0.76, and I suppose outside Protege, you can use some other calculation in your spreadsheet, input source data to get these if we call that this is your Moodle usage, the index, then this you can use this predict the rules. So you can see if I see the course result, if I got that is our number, like this 0.75 or 73, and I can use one line to predict all the other courses if they are just one individual and they have one this data property. So using this way, if you run this, it also can assign the same result. You can see here this is the inferred this data property. So same the course result to the other the individuals. So I try to compare these two ways. I frankly speaking, I think is your expectation on just predict one course and apply the Moodle usage in the course C to all the other courses. That's I need to understand more from your source data. So possible is you can share with me your Excel sheet, because to myself is I create the Excel the file like this way. So but I think is you must have the complex the Excel file. So this is my input. So I have the individual, class, gender, credit, number of clicks. So I use this as the source to load into the Protege. But I have also the question is on which column you are used to be as the inputs for the rules. And also, besides your Excel file, you can also share with me is your SWRL rules if you have. You can check my the ontology file in GitHub, and I also hope to see your ontology file until now to see is what's the whether we are on the same page on those understanding. So see you. Thank you for your question anyway, and hope we can have more discussion on this the SWRL rules practice. See you then.